This is crazy. Trying to enable the chat here, and for some reason it's being finicky. Okay, I do see a couple watchers. Kids and technology these days, I swear. All right, let's see. Why is this not working? Okay, let me go to edit. Here we go. Yeah, why is it this? Why is chat disabled? This is what I don't get. For some reason, chat is disabled. Maybe I just can't enable the chat. If I'm live, then it's just going to be me. I have no chat enabled for some reason. It's not letting me enable it. Damn YouTube. Let's see. Well, see if I can figure this out. Technical difficulties. Oh, made for kids. Okay. I'm going to do it this way. Not made for kids. Save. All right, there we go. Jeez. Okay, so apparently I was having some issues with the chat when I set up the live stream. Couldn't get a chat going. For some reason it was disabled. So apparently what had happened was it was made for kids, and apparently you had to agree to some weird terms or whatever. So I just made the settings not made for kids, and apparently that re-enabled the chat. So whatever. But let's see if anybody shows up for this thing or if I'm just talking to myself. Yep, so just you had to bear with me from the beginning there. If anybody's watching, just had some technical difficulties with the chat box. And this is kind of odd. So I have sort of the YouTube studio on one end where I can actually see myself live. And then there's what you guys can see. So there's a slight delay. So I got to constantly be, shifting tabs. Awesome. 2 watching. Perfect. Glad I was able to figure out this whole chat ordeal. But, first time user, so, you got to learn. Okay, so we got the 2 watching. See if I see a few people saw my tweet. It's kind of a last minute, warning about the live stream. I just kind of decided to come back randomly out of the blue. Let's see. Yeah, I think next time I do these live streams, I'll give a little bit more of a heads up. That way more people can come right from the get-go. I have no particular topics. I'm just kind of maybe a Q&A thing, just kind of winging it. Let's see if anybody's talking on Twitter. It's probably going to be a boring live stream at first, but once we get the party started, who knows where we're going to end up. So let's see. All right, we got a total of 3 users. I do think that includes me with the view count. Not sure how YouTube does their live stream stats on that, but so yeah, it's been a while. I kind of miss YouTube to an extent. Certain things I don't miss, other things I definitely do miss. I know I was behind in some content that I did want to upload. I still never got around to. And then there's other new topics I do want to talk about. So I'm actually starting to write a little rough draft of a script of a new video that I do want to try. So Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was kind of a spur of the moment decision. I just wanted to, give the live stream a shot. But yeah, if I do make future live streams, I'll definitely announce it, at least a day in advance. So I only made like a tweet about it, like maybe just a few hours ago. So more people are joining the party. Very cool. Very cool. We got a total of 5. Yep. So if you're just here, this is like my first time live streaming, so don't really have any plans on what to say. So just seeing, who shows up, who's still stuck around after my, long hiatus. And just kind of viewing the chats and seeing where this goes. And Misandry in the Media series, yes, that's definitely going to be um, the set of videos that I do plan to re-upload. I did privatize a lot of my videos. All my videos I privatized, but many of my past videos, I'm looking back at them and I'm not like 100% too proud of them. The more recent ones I liked, but I just kind of decided to step away from YouTube for a little while. But been looking back at my older videos, and I'm like, I got a kick out of some of those videos, especially the Misandry in the Media ones. So I do have plans to maybe re-upload those soon. The meal bars in the background. Yeah, so I got the s'mores Anna bars that I got from Final Boss. Those are my favorite flavor there. And I got Quest s'mores and Quest chocolate chip cookie dough. So the Quest bars I like to have during the summer because on a hot day they melt, and so the chocolate melts and they get soft and they're really good. Yeah, indeed. All kinds of gains. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's definitely been hitting the gym consistently, so yeah, I guess it must be the blue and the short hair. A lot of cops have short hair. I don't know why that is. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't like facial hair. I did grow a beard once. I remember the first 4 weeks that I, grew out the goatee. It was itchy as hell. But after those few weeks of itching, it stopped after a while. But I don't know. I just didn't like the upkeep with the beard. I have naturally curly hair, and I just didn't like how it like curled up and everything. And it's just yeah. It's actually getting long. Like, to me, that's long. If I ruffle my hair and it gets messy, that's, I'm long overdue for a haircut. But, still a couple more weeks before I get my next one. Um, Honestly, I don't really play too many games. Um, I think the last game I actually played was Pokemon on my Nintendo 3DS. I'm pretty old school like that. Got a notification on my phone. Nothing important. I'm almost ashamed to say this. Well, I am ashamed to say this, that I do not own a firearm. Oh wait, actually wait. Favorite item that you can own as a civilian. Oh, hmm. I don't know. I guess it depends on your preferences, what your purpose is. I've always been a shotgun kind of guy. What plans do you have for this channel? Do you intend to create new content? Yeah, kind of. My next video that I plan on making is going to be dealing with the fat acceptance community, and I have a bone to pick with them in particular. And it does relate to double standards, relating to the men's issues that the content that I had been doing in the past. I'll more or less still stick with that, for the most part, because that's what a lot of my current subscribers subbed me for. But I do plan to make some other content. Maybe if I feel like making a video on a specific topic, even if it's not necessarily related, to men's issues or MGTOW or something like that. If the mood strikes me, I can make a video on that. Yes, indeed I do. Nope, I have not gotten the vax. Yes, yeah, I would definitely avoid it. Yeah, I think your immune system just does a better job of it, and there's a 98% survival rate on this supposedly deadly disease. It's the deadly virus, I mean, but if I was in my elderly years, or I was morbidly obese, I'd be a little bit more worried. But Yeah, so when I did the live stream, I had it scheduled for 8:30, and I was like having issues with the chat, and I was like, oh no, I don't know if I was live or not, or whatever, and I was like, well, let me cancel out of this and figure it out. And apparently, there are two settings when you do live stream. There's made for kids and not made for kids. So by changing it to not made for kids, that did the trick. So yeah, next time I'll do a live stream, I'll do two things. I will definitely give more of a heads up. That's number one. And number two, I'll come with some sort of topic of discussion just as a fail-safe. But I was kind of relying on chats. Let's see. All right, thanks, Boat. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, Afonso, I totally agree. It's a lot of fear-mongering. But it's kind of hard to explain to like your friends and family who buy into the mainstream media, and their overhypeness of it, and they'll believe anything and everything they hear from them instead of looking into the CDC numbers for themselves. I know Grade A Under A did a good video about is COVID overhyped, so I really enjoyed his way of explaining things. Let's see. Oh, I'll actually type it. Yeah, Grade A Under A. He has all sorts of good content on his channel. I'm actually going to mute the video because I can hear myself twice on that. But yeah, he has a video about why he hates job interviews, and like he says everything that I think, you know, like the kinds of stupid questions they ask, that you have to that you have to just put up with. So definitely, you guys in the chat, I definitely appreciate you coming on, and if you're subscribed to me, I'm happy that you stuck around because I know I lost quite a few subscribers after a long hiatus, and of course that was to be expected, especially after I took down my videos. But yeah, I wanted to give creating new content a try again. Let's see. Well, actually, there's 3 watching. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention about that grade A under A video. Of course, that is COVID overhyped video did get taken down temporarily, but he got it back up. So that's another thing that kind of puts me off when it comes to this whole Rona thing, is that like anybody who offers a different view on the subject, it gets censored or taken down, and it's like I don't know what kind of kind of world we're living in today. It's like if it's a wrong opinion, just let it be. Try to disprove it. And the fact that they're censoring is kind of giving more credibility to the opposing viewpoint. Yeah. Let's see. Wonder if I'm gonna check out the features here, because when you live stream, what happens is I have two tabs. So there's the screen that you guys are seeing, I'm also seeing, so I can interact, in the chat box and all that good stuff. And then there's the YouTube studio screen, where again I can see myself and I can kind of tweak some settings around. So I'm seeing if there's any other kind of settings or features that I can do. I wonder if like you can share a screen or something like that. That'd be a cool feature. Nah, not really. Just basic stuff. Okay, manage. Doesn't do anything. All right, we got a total of 4 viewers in the live stream now. OBS or StreamYard to share screen. Thanks for the tip, RP. Hey, Mike. I used to do a lot of MGTOW content and double standards against men. My primary specialty was the misandry in the media series. So, like, I would talk about commercials on TV that would portray men as like bumbling idiots or criminals, and just kind of portray them in a negative light, and just to show how prevalent it was, and just kind of make an archive for all of that. Yeah, I had I think I was like up to like part 28, and again, I'll likely re-upload those videos because I was okay with those. Anything I wasn't proud of, I know I redid. So I'll definitely re-upload those, and I may very well continue the series. I mean, I've seen a few new commercials that I can add to the list there as well, and so I'll continue that series. I also had misandry in music. I know that had only 4 parts, and I was in the middle of a script for part 5, and I think I still have that script. It is so long. I just never got around to doing it. I just never got around to recording it. I just didn't feel like it. But I might actually finally get around to making Misandry in the Media Part 5, Misandry in Music Part 5. So we'll see what happens with that. So I definitely have some backlog content, as well as some new content, as well as the re-uploads that I want to do. Yes. Those are you were very angry in your posting. I did enjoy the aggression. Yes. Certainly in the beginning of my channel, what I wanted to do was go in the style of Angry Video Game Nerd, And you know, so you may have noticed I've done like, you know, the frowny face thing, and you know, I was doing my rant style, and you know, part of it was, you know, like legit rage in a way, because there were certain things that did annoy me. Like there was that one video I did on sexual harassment, where I went to that sexual harassment seminar, and there was a scene where, you know, a woman was punching a guy in the face because he whispered something in her ear that was offensive, and everybody at that seminar was laughing at that. And I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, you know, this is funny, but if it was the other way around, it wouldn't be funny. So that really grinded my gears a little bit. But I know in the beginning, you know, I did come off as angry, but of course, you know, you get the code red shaming tactic of, oh, you're angry, so I'm not going to listen to you. So I tried to tone that down a little bit in my later videos. The last video of which series got censored? And yes, I am Italian. Yeah, I should really take one of those, what, 23andMe tests. I was always curious about that, just to kind of see, like, you know, where I stand, like what percentage of what am I? Um, no, I don't think the last misandry in the media got censored by YouTube. Well, I think the last video that I did that got taken down was "Feminists Say the Darndest Things," and it was something about like these guys who were, you know, man spreading, and this woman, you know, poured, you know, I mean, according to the article, it said that she was pouring bleach on their crotch just because they were man spreading, and a lot of feminists came onto that channel, and were threatening to take it down, and then, you know, eventually, I guess they reported the video and it got taken down. So let's see. Have you ever followed my channel, MGTOW Chats? No. I'll definitely give that a look. MGTOW Chats. I was gone for so long because I was just kind of done with YouTube for a while. I just wanted to walk away from it for a while. But I don't know. I was just like watching some of my, you know, older videos, because I still have them on this channel. They're just all in private mode, and I'm just kind of looking back, and you know, as much as some of the subject matter was kind of rage-inducing, I kind of, you know, had fun with it for certain ones. Like I know I had the "Let's All Laugh at Feminist" comments. I was rewatching some of that stuff. It was just hilarious. So that's one of the things I like to do is, you know, any kind of negative response that I get from feminists, you know, with the normal, you know, shaming tactics. It's a good strategy to kind of, you know, use that as ammunition for the LALAFC series. I do chats with Sandman and TFM. Would love to talk to you sometime. One Italian to another. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Sounds great. Yes, I do plan on making a return to YouTube. I know that I've been gone for so long that like I don't even have monetization privileges anymore. They've been revoked at this point, but I can get them back. Like once I get enough views or subscribers or something like that, I can get it back. Yeah, and I took down the videos because I was just I felt a lot of them were cringe-inducing, especially like the more older ones. So when I do re-upload, I'm probably not going to re-upload all the vids. I'm probably going to download a good, 85 to 90% of them. But some of like the earlier ones, like certain ones like there was introduction. I don't need the introduction anymore. There was a how to hold open the door video. That was like one of my first videos. I was just brand new to YouTube, so I'm not going to bother with those kinds of things. But the ones that I'm more proud of, and anything that relates to a series, I'm certainly going to re-upload. So I definitely liked the Let's All Laugh at Feminist comments, videos that I've done. It's I'm trying to think if I had another one in the works. I may still. I'll have to look through my ignore gender folder because I don't know if some of you may have remembered me as the ignore gender. I went through so many channel names. I started out as the ignore gender, then I went to I think Vinny Mac because YouTube merged with Google. So whatever your Google name was would be your YouTube name. And it was linked to the comments because if I was the ignored gender, then the comments didn't work. It was something weird like that when Google took over YouTube. Then after that, I was stoic MGTOW for a while, which was kind of confusing to some people because they would look at my earlier videos and see the angry video game nerd style of content that I did, and they'd be like, "Well, that's not very stoic," So it's just. So I think I'm just gonna stick to Vinny Mac. You were one of the original gangsters. Yep, OG right here. Yeah, I started my channel back in 2010. It was October 2010, and really my golden years, I guess you can say, was 2012. That's when I got on board with the whole Ron Paul hype, and I started creating content related to not only just men's issues, but also political issues too. And I started watching, Bernard Chapin, and his perspective on men's rights being a left-right issue, and so he gave me some insight on a new perspective on things. So I figured I would make some content relating to that as well. Yes, I do consider myself a MGTOW. I mean, by the basic definition of the word, MGTOW, men going his own way, is somebody who is opting not to involve himself in relationships. And I actually been watching some black pill content lately, and I can't help but agree with a lot of what they say. In particular, I really like the content from Wheat Waffles, um, and he's really good at it. Yeah, I really miss Bernard. I used to have his number, but that was on my other phone, and I don't have it anymore. So I'm gotta find a way to get back in touch with him. So it feels like the interest about MGTOW are on the decline. Back in the day, this kind of content was all the rage. Yeah, you might be right about that. Oh yeah, that's another good point. With this all this censorship going on nowadays, it's no surprise that MGTOW channels would be losing their content. So yeah, I'll definitely think about going on those other independent platforms. I think isn't Parler back now, and then there's Rumble. There's all these like free speech equivalents of like Twitter and YouTube. My channel was terminated during COVID. I made a new channel and just watch what I say so I don't get strikes. Yeah, I know. These days you really got to be careful. The best way to get to reach out to me is through my email. It's theignoredgender.com. Oh, it's not theignoredgender.com. Theignoredgender@gmail.com. There's some things about the black pill that I find interesting, but there's also a sort of nihilism that I find considerably disturbing. Yeah, I mean, I remember, first hearing about the black pill and what it was when I interviewed with Rocky Mystery that in that one video, and I really never heard of it. And I don't know, I think some of that, for some reason, their videos got recommended to me, and I started watching. Well, before I first started watching Wheat Waffles, I watched Better Bachelor, and he made a lot of content that I'd agreed with. And one thing I thought about with the black pill content is that I mean they just seem to be right about everything about like the whole online dating scene. Um, but it's important to understand that women shouldn't be blamed for any of this. I mean it's I mean they're just acting in their nature, because if the shoe was on the other foot, I mean I would behave the exact same way. It's just that what's really to blame is the kind of technology that we have access to nowadays, the influence of feminism, inflating women's egos in general, the body positive fat acceptance movement that, quite frankly, it really only applies to women, because you see the plus size female models wear the plus size male models, and so on. So it's just the kind of the perfect storm of all this stuff kind of merging together to make this kind of environment for us. So, and part of that I'm going to talk more about in an upcoming video that I plan to make about body positivity, fat acceptance, because I definitely have a bone to pick with that movement for sure. Good to see that you are okay and in good shape. Thank you. Good luck. Thanks for your old videos. Absolutely. My pleasure. What's your take on incel content creators, look maxing, black pilling, etc., etc.? Um, I find it interesting, actually. Um, like I mentioned before about Wheat Waffles, Better Bachelor. Um, I find a lot of their content, pretty interesting, pretty intriguing. I like Wheat Waffles, like 1 to 10 scale, how he kind of divides it out as like the sub fives, and the normies as 5 to 7s, and the chads of 8 to 10. And I don't know, like you look at the examples that he gives, and you can't help but like nod your head, like yeah, that's how the online dating world works. So I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of not being bitter about it, but just accepting it for what it is, and just understanding that's how things are. I'd be very interested in interviewing in that interview with Wheat Waffles. I mean, he's really good at those interviews. I mean, I'm not 100% sure how good I am when it comes to like interviews or live debates because I'm not the best type of person to think on my feet. I'm the type of person that if I'm talking with somebody, face to face, it's like I'll know the perfect thing that I should have said, like when I'm on the car ride home. 'Cause I'm like an introverted person, so I tend to let thoughts in my head stew for a little bit, and then I'm like, yes, should have said that. But nevertheless, they can be fun, and definitely would like to see that interview. I am a little thirsty. I'm going to be right back. Alfonso, that's a good question. Am I more on the side of red pillars or the black pillars? Um, Actually, a little bit of both. I guess you can kind of consider me, a red and black pill. I think the red pill advice that you get, the whole gaming uh, fiasco can kind of help you if you're an average guy. The whole look maxing, um, but honestly, it's one of those things where girls, the moment they look at you, they'll know right away whether you are doable material, and and the game is definitely skewed in their favor for sure. Um, but again, it can only help you so much. But again, it's important to understand that, like me personally, I don't think about it as a in a hopeless way or anything like that. It's just me accepting the reality of the current situation and just kind of just knowing it for what it is. Seems that debates about gender issues are prominent only in democratic society. Makes sense. Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, I got on Black Friday. I got some Anabars for uh, for Black Friday. It was like 30% discount on Final Boss. Oh, interesting. I was in college. I mean, yeah. I mean, I was going for a master's in accounting, and I'm trying to think the last time I uploaded. No, I felt no. I think I graduated. Yeah, yeah, I definitely graduated. Because I think I made my last video in like what 2019, or it was like a couple of years ago. I mean, I graduated in 2016 with a master's in accounting. Um, so yeah, I definitely graduated a long time ago. Oh yeah, I definitely lift weights. That's. I mean, like the gym is my second home. I love it. You have too much personality for accounting. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. I might be the extroverted kind of accounting. I'm the accountant that looks at the other person's shoes. Let's see what we have here in the. Oh, so we got a total of 6 in the chat. Not bad. I got a membership at the gym back in September. Also got a trainer, and I lost 7 pounds. Good for you, man. I have more muscle definition now. Exactly. I mean, it's really encouraging when you start out and you see your body composition improve. Especially when you're a beginner. Your body's primed to build that muscle quickly, and you can lose fat readily too. And then over time, it becomes a little harder. But definitely not. I do not plan on relocating to another state. I think I started watching your videos when I was in high school back in 2012 ish. Yeah, and that was really the time that I was in my YouTube prime, so to speak. I had my beginnings in like 2010. I started uploading videos here and there in 2011, I think. 2012 is really where it started, cranking out some, good idea after good idea. Um, but wow, that's high school, 2012. Wow, I feel old. Yeah, man, good seeing you again. Good hearing from you again, rather. I'll definitely, you know, take a look at that email. Not bad, not bad. We've been live streaming for almost an hour. Oh wow, it's 2:26 here in Portugal, so I have to go to bed. I wish I could stay longer. It was really great to see you're doing fine. Believe it or not, your videos helped me a lot in the past. Oh, well, I'm glad you know, you could stop by and chat for a while, and I'm glad my videos were helpful to you. All right, Alfonso, have a great night. Yeah. So let's see who we got here. We have, oh well, we had 7 in the chat, and we're down to 4. Times changed a lot. Yeah, I mean, certainly from high school down, to now 24. Yeah, that'll be a, you know, definitely big change. No, no, not at all. Not sure why it would get scary. Yes, but at the same time, you don't want to rush it if you're not ready. You graduated in 2020. That's cool. Are you in college now, or? Oh, my brother got an offer to join a good accounting firm next summer, and will. Oh wow, 120K a year. Oh, that's right, that's right, that's right. Because you were okay, so you graduated college in 2020. I have a degree in architecture and got a job in an engineering firm. I'm only making $20 an hour. $20 an hour is, but then okay, so like how many hours a week is that? Ooh, student debt. Oh my, not fun. I remember I had a couple small loans that I had to pay back, and as soon as I had the means to, I started paying back more of the principal just to pay it off faster. And so I don't have as many, interest, as much interest to pay. So yeah, that student debt is a killer, though. Yeah, I mean, my recommendation is always to be debt free before before doing anything else. Because if it's one thing I hate, it's being in debt. I think the only debt that makes sense is if you're buy if you want to buy a house, you're gonna have to take out a mortgage. But besides that, I really wouldn't take out a loan for anything. Oh, art school, yeah. Not necessarily an art school, but an independent art class shop. Cool. Sorry, I guys gotta. I like to crack my elbow sometimes. I just, yeah. Psychology and seeing a therapist has helped me understand feminism and gynocentrism. Oh, well, seeing a therapist helped you with that? I mean, that's it's kind of interesting. I remember there was a like a psychologist I just went to see when I was going to school, and I mean, you know he was a big believer in the mainstream narrative of like women have it worse than men do, and just that was a nightmare. But at least you understood the feminism and the gynocentrism, you know, one way or the other. I had an injury on my neck when I was in middle school, so I crack my neck all the time. Yeah, that's feels good. So I did neck extensions today, so I probably I had some kinks to kind of crack out. I think it depends on the psychologist you see. She recognized men need domestic violence shelters too. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, that was a good one. That was a good psychologist you saw. Let's see. Projection, implicit bias, narcissism, and a whole heck of psychobabble. So let's see real quick. Just check my email. Oh. Let's see anything. It's weird. All right, well, I think I might end the stream about now. We've been on for an hour and 10 minutes, so I think the party more or less died, but so yeah, I'm glad everyone was able to make it. The ones who were able to make it, I'm glad you came to the chat, and I look forward to seeing you again and making more videos, and I will likely have another live stream just to see how it goes when I give prior advance. So I may or may not, keep this one up on my channel, but maybe the next live stream will be, we'll have a set agenda, and we'll see what happens. So have a good night, everyone, or good afternoon, or whatever side of the globe you're on, and we'll see you in the future.